In this video, I'm going to demonstrate using an existing file to create a custom template. And if you do have a file that you use repeatedly, like my grade books, for example, I use those over and over again, the same format, the same layout. It might be advantageous for you to simply take one of the old files and save it as a template so that you can use it over and over again without having to reformat and re-enter everything. So I'm going to start out with the New Mexico workbook that I've been using throughout this tutorial. And I am going to start out by grouping the 4 quarterly worksheets. And then I'm going to go ahead and clear the data from those worksheets because I won't need that in my template. The whole point is to have an empty worksheet that I can enter the data into. So I'm going to select B6 through E12. And then I'm going to right-click and use the Clear Contents command to remove the existing numbers. And then I am going to add a fill color, the standard orange. And then in cell A1, I am going to enter a formula that references cell A1 in the summary worksheet, and ultimately this is going to help me when I use this workbook template again to get the state name into all of the worksheets. Then I'm going to switch to my summary worksheet, and you'll notice that it has cleared as well since I deleted the values from the other 4 worksheets. I'm just going to add a few instructions to my end user here. In cell A1, I'm going to type in enter state name here. And if you've ever used a template, you'll know that they typically include these little instructions so that you'll know what to do. And then I'm going to type enter fiscal year. Oh, whoops. Sorry about that. Enter fiscal year. And then I'm going to show them what format I want the year to take, which would be the 4-digit year. Finally, I'm going to switch to the documentation sheet and take out the author name and date. And then I'm going to edit B6 so that it simply says theme park ticket sales. My final step is to save this workbook as a template, so I'm going to go to the File tab, and I am going to click on Save As, and I'm going to call this Travel Template. And the last thing that before I actually click save, I need to make sure that I'm actually saving it as an Excel template. So I'm going to click the down arrow next to Save As Type and choose Excel Template. When you do that, it changes your save in location. There's a special location that Windows sets aside for saving templates, and if that's not where you want your file to go, you need to give it some different instructions. So I'm going to save actually in the folder that I have been using. And I already had one saved. I'm just saving over it. If you're saving for the first time, that's not going to happen. It's just going to go ahead and save. So I'm going to click File, Close, and then I'm going to open my template and use it to start creating a new file. So I'm just going to click File and then New, and up here it shows available with templates. I'm going to choose New from Existing, and then I'm going to choose Travel Template and then Create New, and I'm going to go ahead and switch to the summary sheet and type in my state name, New Mexico, and then I'm going to go to A2 and type in fiscal year, sorry, I apparently keep putting something that I shouldn't be, fiscal year 2014, and enter. Then I'm going to switch to quarter 1, and you'll see that since I had formulas in A1 and A2, the information that I entered into the summary sheet is also entered there and would also be entered in quarter 2, quarter 3, and quarter 4. So in cell B6, I'm going to go ahead and enter some numbers. I'm entering some numbers into my worksheet. And you'll notice that the formatting has been retained because we simply cleared the contents and not the formatting. And as I'm entering this information, you'll see that it's being totaled down here. And if I go back to my summary worksheet, you'll see that it's also being updated in the summary worksheet because of the cell references or the formulas that we entered earlier. And so that's how I would use the template. When I was finished filling in my information, I would of course want to save this with a different file name, because right now it's just saying Travel Template 1, so I might want to save it as New Mexico 2014, for example. And that's how to create and use a custom template in Excel.